Yes, stand by, stand by. We're setting up our cameras. All right, we got that set up. Welcome to Saturday Reds or Red Sabbath. Copyrighted 2025 May 17th. Ida CLI, all rights reserved. We will begin our show at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully everything will go smoothly. Again, I am following a script that I've shared. I use it as the template so that future submissions to my project need to follow this self-tape template format. And of course, professional actors know what slate is, and beginning, middle, and end of your submission. If you have a dialogue reading, you have a reading partner, or if it's just by yourself, you just deliver the monologues that are listed in this script. There are a total of 4 standard script or monologues, and then the 5th one is a poetry that I wrote a while back, and I used it on American Pharaoh's project that had to it's under construction, titled American Pharaohs, and that monologue is the title, My Angels, My Angels. I'll share that during this presentation, but in the meantime, let me just prep up my I've already tuned my guitar. I'm trying to decide which guitar should I use. I have my Ibanez unplugged electric guitar. I already tuned it before I set up the cameras. So I have one Instagram up and running, and I try to use 3 Facebooks and see what happens if this setup works. But I have 2 simultaneous cameras that are one camera or one smartphone has 2 Facebook account, one Facebook Lite, and one is standard Facebook. But I'm on all Facebook account and 1 Instagram. This is Instagram. This is Facebook. And this is Facebook. All right, so maybe I should use the other guitar. The acoustic guitar that was gifted to me from my choir from Maui a while back, church choir Maui. I also joined the church choir in Oahu, Waipahu, St. Joseph Catholic Church a while back too. So if my fellow parishioners in Waipahu, St. Joseph watch this, please make a comment. Again, I make this I make an effort to Alright, so we'll just stick with the acoustic. Yes, tomorrow here in Modesto area, by the Graciada Park, it's the annual Porch Fest, as in porch, front of your house, Porch Fest. So that's happening tomorrow, Sunday. Today is Saturday, but most of you in Southeast Asia or Middle East, you're already on Sunday there. We're still Saturday here at the Pacific Standard Time, and it's almost 8 o'clock. We got about 3 more minutes to begin the show. Again, this is based on a template I've been developing for quite some time, a self-tape template. I actually began a while back on a show called Friday Reds, which I talked about, past, present, and future. And I slowly added the preamble, the Constitution, and of course the Lord's Prayer. Then I added the national anthem and then the Pledge of Allegiance. And now I'm introducing the 5th monologue, which is titled My Angels, My Angels. And so in this season 1, episode 18 of Red Sabbath, or Saturday Reds, we introduce the 5th monologue. So I am hoping that once we're ready to submit a budget, then we'll begin to do a casting call per character, and also do just basic planning, and casting directors help out in local casting and then remote casting. And so self-tape is a tool that our union has guidelines to, sagaftra.org. If you search on the YouTube site for sagaftra.org and sagfoundation.org, you will Google, search for self-tape, how to self-tape. Pretty much a lot of the filmmakers out there, they welcome self-tapes because during COVID, it was really essential for people to be auditioned via Zoom or live streaming interactive social media like FaceTime or so. But self-tape, because sometimes when there's a lot of submission, people just, the producers and the investors and the project developers, they anyways, I'll talk about that. But anyway, so let's begin. Copyrighted, this is the sign that we begin. Copyrighted 2025, May 17th, E.CLI, all rights reserved. Red Sabbath, Season 1, Episode 18. And of course, we got our American flag right here. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. There are 27 amendments of the Constitution, and you can find the details of the Constitution at constitutionus.com. And I mentioned preamble because it is the mission statement of the Constitution, all articles for all the three branches of the government: executive, legislative, and judicial. But it actually starts with legislative, executive, and then the judicial branch. That's the order of things. National anthem to the USA flag. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. National Anthem, USA. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. So with our First Amendment, the freedom of religion, freedom of the press, and freedom of the speech. First Amendment. So in order for us to achieve the virtual Secret Garden of Eden ministry, we deliver the prayer on how Yeshua, Jesus Christ, prayed to God the Father, the great Holy Spirit. And it goes like this. You can find this in the book of Matthew, chapter 6. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom and the power and the glory are yours now forever. Amen. All right, so that's 4 monologues. And we've entered in the virtual Secret Garden of Eden in the East Gate only. It's the only entrance to this virtual Secret Garden of Eden, and it's only the exit. It's on the east side. All right. Now, I wanted to introduce the 5th monologue. It's kind of long, but I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to play the track on YouTube, and I'll explain to it at the end of this ministry. All right, so the fifth monologue, it was it was written originally in 2003, but it was modified 2015 and then modified in 2021. No, 2020 actually. That was when American Pharaoh's project was in progress, but during COVID, it was a tough process. So here it goes. Copyrighted 2025 A.CLI rights reserved. And it's from the fourth ebook album titled After Desire. Copyright Library of Congress TX 0057848 I believe that's a 7 or 9. 39. Anyways, yeah, so this intellectual property was already copywritten a while back. So it goes like this: my angels, my angels. So I'm virtually in the secret garden, virtual secret garden. One stand by. So, yeah, I'm virtually in the secret garden, and I'm gonna read to you the important. If anybody who wants to participate in my future projects, especially the American Pharaohs, probably will retitle it American Pharaohs Graffiti. And it goes like this. Monologue number 5. My angels, my angels. Yeah, okay, so here you go, main. I've got so much power as a spirited man in this particular hour of the night to leave my body while it sleeps and rests, to spend it with my angels in flight. Oh, they are so lovely, holding them so tightly. Wonderful they are, also helping me cope with being lonely. Yes, I know that they love me. I know that they are perfect and holy. How I love to think of them smiling. And I love to love them with my spirit. Yes, God bless us as lovers forever and ever, always. Luke. My angels, don't let me, never let me go. I love you for guiding my children crossing the bridge wherever they may go. My angels, my angels. My angels, don't ever let me go. Guard me from my foe, keep me safe at home. My angels, don't ever let me go. All right, so that is the monologue, the fifth monologue, and I am hoping that we can slowly begin this project as soon as we will post casting calls for every character that we developed, as well as you probably utilize a few build a few music video to build the team of crew, to warm up the team, and then the team of crew, and then for each music video we'll do a casting call with different local models. fashion models, people that are not afraid of displaying their physique as well as their beauty on camera. All right. So we are virtually in the secret garden. And this ministry, we talk about the past, the present, and the future. Now, on your self-tape, you will talk about your past, your future, and your present contribution to this project, whatever you're submitting your self-tape to. All right. And every end of this self-tape, you have to slate. Slate is basically letting know you are, like, my name is Merle Celeste, and a union performer. My age range can be 21 to 81, or further, 100 and whatever. But because today's technology with CGI and makeup, all you need is your voice, and they can put anything in your face. All right, so let's summarize what we did this past. We'll talk about the past. So let's talk about the past, recent past. All right, so Monday, well, last Sunday, the first thing I did was I went to this new somebody's calling me. So I can't accept it. But yeah, last Sunday I went to Gusto Italiano, and then I went to the Reef, and then I slept nice. But Monday I had to take care of some insurance. I have 3 cars now that I'm maintaining. My mom's car, which is now in my responsibility, my own car, and then an old car that I've been working on. But yeah, for 3 cars, insurance is just for liability, it's fairly expensive. But past is past. Then P.O. Box. I went to check out my P.O. Box, but I was driving my mom's car towards St. Jude, and the alternator connector was loose, and so I had to park to Walmart and get the battery recharged. I'm trying to find a jumper cable. I didn't have one in my car. I have them on the other cars. Totally forgot about the jumper cable. So I met a guy named Rob Perez. He was at Walmart for groceries, but he said he had to wait. I had to wait for him. He didn't even have a jumper cable, so I had to buy a jumper cable. So I went ahead, bought the jumper cable, and then I said, I'll wait for you at the parking lot. But while I was waiting, another person that was parked right where my car was, her name was Araceli, and she was able to help me, with my new jumper cable. I, made sure I secured the connector on my alternator, and it went well. Boom. And of course I passed by St. Jude. That was Monday. It was a weird experience on Monday. And then Tuesday, I was watching this AMTV, General John Green. He gave the tip on crypto, like Palantir, Coinbase, crypto. It was like a tip to invest. But yeah, if you don't know what Palantir, I'll explain what that is in the future, what that is. Also Tuesday, I realized that in 1870 was the year Modesto was born. It's the birth year of Modesto, 1870. And here I was hanging out at the 1870 Brewing, a local brewing company. They're on 9th Street and J Street. Owner Bridget and the mom. So anyways, I went to, usually I go to Tuesday movies, and I went to watch Shadow Force. Shadow Force, starring Kerry Washington. The movie was filmed in Colombia. Surprisingly, you know, this action movie was a lot better than Ben Affleck's movie, The Accountant 2. I mean, The Accountant 2 was good, but I felt Shadow Force is a lot better. So if you have never seen Shadow Force by starring Kerry Washington, better check it out. It's pretty good. Alright, anyways, I don't want to say any more spoilers about it, but go watch the movie Shadow Force. And then Wednesday, I been, you know, refining the 93 Accord, my mom's car, and checking out all the requirements, proof that it's insured. Got to submit it to the DMV because they gave me a notice that you don't have insurance. I go, what? I have insurance. It's just the their database is not up to date, so I had to flag them and send a letter, response letter. And of course, this past few days I've been working on the front brakes of the Chevy 2004 Blazer, and then the back brakes. It's funny that there was nothing wrong with the front brakes, but I still changed the pads. But the back brakes, when I went to get the back brakes, it was the wrong parts. I had to go back to AutoZone and redo that again. And so I installed and took care of that for the week. So by Thursday, it was all ready to go. And of course, I wrote a couple of poetry. I'll share that to you later. So Micah also had a randomly open mic, so I attended that. I always support Micah. A Twisted Pig. I make an effort to make it there. And then, of course, Thursday evening at Whiskey Jack's on Kansas Avenue. Funny thing is, I met a gal that left Modesto and went to Washington, D.C. And I go, hey, you're Shannon's sister. Yeah, Shannon's sister. And Teo's aunt, Gabrielle. I told her that's my dad's name. Rest in peace, Dad. My dad passed away June 2008. But anyways, it was good to reunite with Gabrielle. And of course, KJ Mark runs the karaoke family over there at Sidelines or Whiskey Jack's on west side of Modesto, on Kansas Avenue. So Friday, I made sure all the Chevy Blazers brakes were running functionally, and then of course I had to look for my my tool ODM that checks the computer, and I can't find it. I might go to AutoZone to check it out. But anyways, Friday, that's our day yesterday. So yesterday I also went to Low Key with KJ Ellie Love, her sister Jessica Love, and her husband Curtis, the comedian. Alright, so that's what I did yesterday. And then of course I posted this script. I shared this script, this self-tape script. And so I wrote two new poetry, but I'll share that on a present. But right now we're still in the past, and I wanted to say a few things what's going on with, things like the 47th administration's executive orders have been debunked by the Supreme Court, and a lot of things are supposed to go through the due process. An executive order cannot be issued without going through the legislative branch and the judicial branch. It has to be verified, because those constitutional rights that have been embedded for over 100 years, like the 14th Amendment birth decision right, you can't just issue an executive order from the executive branch and say that's the new law. No. So there's something hokey about this executive branch team. So it's a nightmare for a lot of Americans, because they're surprised, and a lot of Americans are not educated on the way the administrations. This is the 47. There's 47 administration. Prior to that, 46. So for all these administrations, they all conform to the Constitution. And it is the first time in the history of USA that these first 100 days executive orders were just randomly issued, and it is not healthy. Imagine even Medicare and Social Security, these, I don't know what it is, but people have to voice out. That's, especially those that the constituents of Republicans. Apparently Republican representatives are not listening to their constituents. And so that's been an immediate change. So certain areas of the country, they're all questioning why the Republican representatives are not listening to their constituents. Okay, so that is, the issues of the past and currently today. There have been summarizing, but all right. Okay, so let's talk about future, present, future. Next week, I'll be trying to catch up with myself as far as my local American Pharaohs project. I'm just pulling a lot of stuff from my storage. Just getting back to the self-tape. During the COVID time, we'll try to cast the project. And then I've met the writers group, but they're not as professional yet. But there are a lot of writers here in Modesto. I don't know if they're, you have to be a WGA member if you're really a union professional writer. But because some of them are not union, we have to, improvise, and hopefully they'll become union. But definitely when in any kind of storytelling, you need a lot of writers. So the Modesto Writers Group, Modesto Area Writers Group, M or Stan's Writers Group, SWGA or MWGA. That's, I gotta improve that or convince people. But first things first, the business structure that I set up back in 2006 is dormant, and I need to review those documents because it's S Corporation California, and I made an effort to entrepreneurially put together a content creating company, but I need to review it and maybe work with the local SBA, Small Business Administration, or group that are focused on creating jobs here in Stanislaus County, Modesto area. So these are the future projects. Now I mentioned Palantir. Palantir is a self-defense contract, federal government, and Palantir, if you invest in it now, you probably earn a lot because they're using AI and drone technology and scanning all the database, and can probably I mean, it's a tool used in Israel, they call Lavender, that tried to locate Hamas people and bomb the shit out of that area. So Palantir is a corporation. It's a federal, I think they have government contracts, so they're funded as a startup. And the guy on AMTV, General John Green, says, yeah, crypto invest. But you know, I still have question marks with crypto because I can replicate a whole server architecture. I don't want to get into detail with that, but it's still replicatable. And with a crypto, unlike the fiat, the dollar bill, you use it, nobody can know where it came from. Crypto, you use it on a machine, they know you made that transaction. You know, like ATM or whatever, they know it came from you. That's a big difference between an ATM machine where you pull out dollar bills and you do a transaction with someone, you paid cash, you know, your barter trade with a cash, a fiat money, nobody can trace and those transactions. But with a crypto transaction, digital data can be accounted and traced. That's the problem with that, if you want some privacy in your transactions. So future-wise, Palantir, I think they're based on crypto investments, so you need to check it out. But it's a self-defense company that deals with drones and AI, and they're trying to gather all these data from like cameras all over installed in cities and street lamps and whatever. And you know, basically your privacy rights, or as a citizen, they got cameras everywhere. That facial recognition is being used everywhere, despite your disagreement with it. Your privacy rights after the Patriot Act is still an issue. Until we bring that back, our privacy rights, patriotic rights, you know, we own our face. Nobody should be able to replicate or put our face on a database without our consent. Again, it's all about consent. And so if you don't give any consent, but these tools like Palantir, they put you in a database and somebody mistakenly marked you as a terrorist or an assassin or some kind of anti-government, they'll get you with a drone. a drone, an autonomous drone can find you. So Palantir's technologies are fairly dangerous. And if an AI makes an error, you know, just like what's going on with people that have tattoos, maybe they're already implementing Palantir technology on us. And if it's searching people with tattoos that from that particular culture or group, you know, it's maybe that's what it's doing, is the AI Palantir tool is not functioning right, and people are just, U.S. citizens are being delivered to El Salvador, Kikot, wherever that prison system is over there. But yeah, future-wise, surveillance. We are being surveilled, and our privacy rights, again, even when we don't give any consent. And so there should be a bill, a legislative bill, that anybody that uses those technologies, they need, on us, we the people, we need a bill to the legislative branch, tell your representative, local representative, that these things have to be disclosed. Like if your city government is using it and they're storing database on you, they have to disclose the purpose of why they're using your facial recognition without your consent. It has to be voted by the local city people. Otherwise, you know, they're violating our First Amendment rights or our constitutional rights. All right, so that's future. And of course, there's a lot of advanced cities, and they're going to use AI in the LA preparing for the Olympics. And I don't know about local Modesto, but the goal is establish a film and television creation company here. And so I'm open sourcing the self-tape template, and to see how many people can at least deliver those 4 standard monologues. And then the 5th one is my personal poetry, made by me, yours truly, that welcomes you to my project if you can deliver it. My angels. Now, if you plan to do like a dialogue, it has to be a well-known dialogue from a well-known movie. Like say the movie, just like the recent movie, right? The Accountant 2. You can take any dialogue from that movie, from Ben Affleck, and if you were a guy, you play Ben Affleck, and if it's a girl, you know, there are girls in that. He had a dialogue with several girls, and of course, he had a dialogue with his brother. So you can deliver that dialogue with a reader, right? And so The Accountant 2 is one, you know, a well-known movie. Even you can go back to like the classic black and white from Marlon Brando, and other actress. So like the one in Gone with the Wind, right? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn, right? So Clark Gable, and so you have to deliver the dialogue. So that would be the 5th dialogue. If you don't want to do you have to do if you are in my project. My angels and my angels is that important monologue, because we are talking virtual Street Secret, Garden of Eden. We're talking about ghost world, spirit world, you know. And so, because in order for me to tell our story, we have to do the past time travel of a spirit, right? And so the Garden of Eden allows you to do that. Secret Garden of Eden, the virtual secret garden. All right, so that's where I'm at. But yeah, present day. Well, in a few hours, we'll be at the Porch Fest, Modesto area, Stanislaus County. They have this thing called Porch Fest every year. And it's all these bands and musicians and talents, performers that are in front of the house at the porch, performing as the neighbors or people visit that residence and watch those performers. So it starts at 12 noon to 5 p.m. A whole 5 hours of prep time. I'll try to make an effort to see everybody, but there are over 63 people, performers, bands. So I usually just make an effort to see the ones I want to see. But ModestoView.com, they have the maps and the residents, the different artists on those residents. So check them out. Check out Modesto View. Again, this is present time, and I'm doing this show. It's copyrighted 2025, May 17th, E.CLI, all rights reserved. Red Sabbath, or Saturday Reds. Yeah, previously when I did this thing, it was Friday Reds, and you can actually watch those things back in when I was doing that. He was talking about the past, the future, and the present projects. Because during that time, lockdown, there were nowhere else to go. Even karaoke's were very scarce. But now, because COVID is, what do you call it? So I'm going to play My Angels, My Angels. You can find it on my account, YouTube account, ECELI TV. Go to the playlist and look at the 4th album, and you will see titled My Angels, My Angels. Now, I played an electric guitar on this with thinking that because a lot of AI music is really perfect and robotic, I've made it to where it's human error added. So when I played My Angels, My Angels, I put in like a slack, like a shifting tempo, and with the lead guitar, and so and delivering the monologue, My Angels, My Angels. So here we go. I'm gonna play it out loud. It's a fairly long. How many we got? Oh, we got 20 minutes. So let me play it. In this particular hour of the night, to leave my body while it sleeps and rests. Stand there with my angels in flight. Oh, know that they love me. I know that they are perfect and holy. How I love to think of them smiling, and I love to love them with my spirit. Yes, God bless us as lovers. Forever and never, always. My angel, my angel, don't let me, let me go. I love you. For guiding my children, crossing the bridge wherever they may go. My angel, my don't ever let me go. Guard me, guard me from my foe. Keep me safe at home. My angel, my angel, don't ever let me go. Guard me, guard me from my foe. Keep me safe at home. My angel, my Don't ever, don't ever let me All right. So, my angels. That's on my YouTube channel, ECLI TV, and you go to the playlist, and you will find the 4th album, and search the song Draft Video, My Angels. And so that's the 5th monologue. And with that song, we're gonna exit out. I know we have about 10 more minutes, but I will refine this self-tape template, and as we begin to cast, we will request for certain fashion models and characters and people that can fit the character that's written down. All the violence will be on the spirit world. Any kind of violence will be in the spirit realm. No violence in real life, in the physical world. All right, so I'm almost ready. It's almost 9 o'clock. We got about 11 more minutes to go. I said I'm going to read the 2 new poems I just wrote this past week. And so let me deliver those. New original poetry media. So original poetry media, OPM. This poetry is called Karaoke Modesto. Copyrighted 2025, May 15th. ECLI, all rights reserved. Title, Karaoke Modesto. Verse 1. Since 2014, when I returned, I met new people and friends. In my break hours, I would pass by musical venues, from Porch Fest, Mod Stock, open mics. I would say, covering songs I enjoy in Karaoke Modesto. Chorus. Karaoke Modesto. Karaoke everywhere. Cali in Stanislaus County, USA. Karaoke Modesto. Karaoke Modesto. Karaoke Modesto. Repeat verse 1. Since 2014, when I returned, I met new friends, new people in my break hours. I would pass by musical venues, from Porch Fest, Mod Stock, open mics. I would say, covering songs I enjoy in Karaoke Modesto. Karaoke Modesto. Karaoke everywhere in Cali, in Stanislaus County, USA. Karaoke Modesto. Karaoke Modesto. Karaoke Modesto. Ghost Dancer. All right. So that was done on the 15th, and I illustrated that a little bit, concept art. But so early today, I wrote because an event is happening tomorrow, another poetry. These are all haikus that are repeatable in a musical form. So this haiku, original poetry media, Copyrighted 2025, May 17th, ECLI, all rights reserved. The title is Porch Fest Modesto. And it goes like this. Verse 1. For the past previous years, I've been attending live music in Modesto. The one I like most is the Porch Fest event. Houses near Graciada Park. Chorus. Porch Fest Modesto. Porch Fest Modesto. Porch Fest Modesto. Residence front yard. Residence porch. Porch Fest Modesto. Porch Fest Modesto. For the past previous years, I've been attending live music in Modesto. The one I like most is the Porch Fest event. Houses near Graciada Park. Chorus. Porch Fest Modesto. Porch Fest Modesto. Porch Fest Modesto. Residence front yard. Residence porch. Porch Fest Modesto. Porch Fest Modesto. Ghost Dancer. Alright, so those are two original poetry media delivered today. Yours truly. Hopefully you will enjoy those two as I share them on Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, we're about to exit the Secret Garden of Eden ministry, and we are gonna go in the reverse order. 4, 3, 2, 1. We exit out, log out of the Secret Garden ministry. The only exit is the east gate, and we exit. Now, the Lord's Prayer is the prayer that Yahushua Jesus prayed to God the Father and taught his disciple how to pray to God via through him. So where there are two or more that gather and mentions Jesus how to pray, there he will be. So here we go, the Lord's Prayer, and it goes like this. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, so we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Deliver us from every evil, Lord, for the kingdom and the power and the glory are yours. Amen. All right, so the Third is the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all. All right. Now the a cappella of the national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. All right, the preamble. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. ConstitutionUS.com. You will find the 27 amendments, all the articles, and the executive branch, legislative branch, and the judicial branch, how the Congress runs and operates, and the due process mandatory. All right, so we are ending the season 1, episode 18. This might be my last episode, like what I said, and we'll move on forward to a real format self-tape. This is still a preliminary prototype self-tape template, but hopefully when I got all my pre-planning done, then I'll execute certain things and find a budget, and then resume American Pharaohs with maybe American Pharaohs graffiti. So that's about it. Thank you very much for watching this weekly live show every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we have a few viewers out there. So again, mahalo. Love. Peace. Peace, love. The Palm Sunday, like my brother. Peace and love. Charity and unity. All right, we'll see you next time. And mahalo, salamat. Sheshe, thank you. Gracias. Hope to see you all there at the local Graciada Park Porch Fest area neighborhood. Peace. Again, hopefully we'll see you next week again, because there's a lot of things to talk about, but we only run this show for about an hour, so it's over an hour now. I gotta say aloha, bye-bye, thank you for watching. Share, share, share. Share, share, share.